Hi, Cosmic Warriors. Somebody said they wanted to see my face. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show my face on this last situation reading for the month. And I just finished eating some nuts. And we're going to see what the situation is. Like, share, and subscribe. Also, comment if the situation resonates with you. It's going to help to kind of clarify some things. It'll also help determine if you need a personal reading or anything like that. Um, First card I'm picking. Oh, the Wheel of Fortune. Second card is the Queen of Cups. Third card is the Three of Cups. Okay, so here with the Wheel of Fortune first, and then the Queen of Cups, and then we have the Three of Cups. We have where the Wheel of Fortune is all about um, the Wheel of Fortune is really a big, big card, right? It's more than just time. The Wheel of Fortune is about experiences. It is about going to the depths of hell. It's about um, knowledge. It's about learning from a lot of experience. And the time portion of it is about allowing you the time to collect the lessons and the information that needs to be learned through the Wheel of Fortune. You have the fixed signs that are all represented there, but it's just you have so much symbolism in it. And one day I think I'll go over the symbolism in the Wheel of Fortune because it really is much deeper than just time. But it's all about what you do with the time. It's all about becoming wise. It's all about moving from one level of consciousness to the other. Now, those of you that don't know, the things that I get involved in, because all you see here is tarot, I'm very heavily involved in quantum physics and getting involved in the fact that there are more than just one there's more than just one dimension that we are a part of. We are part of many different dimensions, many different realities, lots of parallel realities going on. With the Wheel of Fortune, it's about exploring all of your options. It's about exploring everything from all perspectives, all ways. Your experiences are designed to carry you deep into yourself so that you can make good decisions, so that when your time is up, you have the truth of what it is that you're moving forward into. Okay, well, if you've done all of that, then it looks like here that you're going to be coming up as the Queen of Cups. Well, the Queen of Cups is also about compassion, but not just compassion for others, but compassion for yourself. So whatever it is that you went through with the Wheel of Fortune, um, you now are capitalizing on it, because the Wheel of Fortune basically just rewards you for all of your hard work. You are looking at the energy of the Queen of Cups here, and with the Queen of Cups here, there's a lot of compassion and emotional wisdom that has been gained through that experience that you had during the time that the Wheel of Fortune was going around, right? And here, there's definitely um, call for celebration, but what I see here is a lot of support, a lot of emotional support. I look at the Three of Cups as emotional support when it's not representing infidelity or third party. Let me tell you how this evolved into representing the third party. When people are going through, they want to feel good. And the Three of Cups is about celebration. It's about coming together with like-minded people who support you emotionally and who are here to help celebrate your accomplishments. Well, what happens, which is why we call cheating, is because when people are going through hard times like they do before the Wheel of Fortune actually manifests into the Wheel of Fortune, when they're getting their lessons and when they're going through the things that they're going through, they try to celebrate a little early and they try to seek out things that just feel so good. And they end up with feeling good with people who um, they may not need to be celebrating with, right? This could be celebrating through sex. This could be celebrating through drugs. This could be celebrating through lots of alcohol. If it's not celebrated correctly, you can find yourself in a third party situation. How many of you have ever had parties where you had people over? A lot of third parties start where people have parties at their house celebrating things, and you invite couples over, and two of the parties from each couple decide lock eyes and they decide they like each other and they hook up behind people's backs. And you say, well, where did you all meet? Oh, well, we were out to dinner together with another couple and we met at a graduation or we met. So this is like a feel-good card. And it's more than one or two people. It's three people. You know how they say three's a crowd. So that's how that came to be. But we all know that that's not always what that means. But a lot of times it is. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually pull on those to see exactly what they mean. But what it means here basically is that somebody went through a hell of a lot. The Wheel of Fortune has shown up to relieve you of your burdens and give you everything that you deserve. You've evolved into the Queen of Cups, and now you have people around you that are emotionally supportive. All right, so we'll see where that goes to from there. See? Wow. So we have the Three of Cups. Okay. So there was a situation that caused you to have to decide on some things that you needed to do. Okay, so you have the Wheel of Fortune, which is clarified by the Two of Wands, which again is clarified by the Three of Cups. There was a decision that needed to be made in regards to a group of people that you were hanging around. It looked like maybe that there were some people that you were working with on something, like a project or something like that. Okay, so as you were working on this with these groups of people, the Nine of Pentacles shows up, where the Nine of Pentacles shows some hardship, but perseverance through the hardship. And then we have the Star card, which is the Aquarian card that pops up. But then right after the Star card pops up, the Eight of Swords pops up. So it looks like this. Okay. So we have the Three of Cups, where there's a group of supportive people that you're working with on a project. There's some difficulty that pops up. And here's an Aquarian energy card. And it's around something that evolves into something that represents something that you really wanted badly. But then all of a sudden, there was it came to a halt with the Eight of Swords here. So it looked like somebody threw a wrench in it. You guys were doing fine. You guys were working out together perfectly. This was your support group. You chose these people to be in your group. So you chose these people. And it looks like that during this, with the Wheel of Fortune, you went through some things with this group of people. And they were supposed to be supporting you, but something happened where you didn't necessarily get the support that you wanted to get from them. So you kind of had to woman up or man up and do this thing on your own. As you did, you actually ended up getting the victory. Wheel of Fortune, even though you went through some things with the Wheel of Fortune, you came out on top with this particular project or thing that you were working on with the King of Swords. But there were some hidden things that came out with the Moon card. And you have the Queen of Pentacles that's actually here that kind of helped you work out some of those hidden things that you had to get in touch with your intuition in order to come to grips or resolve with this situation. This Queen of Pentacles represents wisdom. So there was some wisdom that you gained from working with these people. These could be some friends that you had. There were some friends that you had that you decided you wanted to go on an endeavor with, that you wanted to start a project with, that you thought you guys would work together so well. There was somebody in that group that messed it up. Just like there's always somebody in a group that messes things up, right? Well, once you got some growth from the group, from the project, you see where the Seven of Pentacles define the Three of Cups. Here go your friends again. And regardless of what happened, your project was still a success with the King of Swords. It was still a success. But after you got what you needed and the Wheel of Fortune spit out your success and you got wise and you did what you needed to do, you walked away. You were like, I gotta leave this group because you all were supposed to be my emotional support. So it's weird because here goes your emotional support with the Wheel of Fortune, which lets you know that this was a lesson that you needed to learn. This was one of the first cards that came out that confirmed the Wheel of Fortune or clarified the Wheel of Fortune. So this was a lesson that you needed to learn. Luckily, You learned the lesson. You got in touch with your intuition and some secrets were revealed. The truth came out and you resolved it. You got peace with it. It grew in spite of the things that happened. You got the results that you wanted, and boom, you walked away. Okay, well, we're going to clarify some more here because this is a very interesting story. All right, a lot of threes here. Trying not to read the third party, but if you see it's a third party, you can go ahead and read that in for yourself. I mean, I could definitely read it like a third party, but everybody says they get tired of third parties. But the reality is, there are a lot of third parties. Even if you don't know there's a third party, there's usually a third party. I hate to say that, but within this information age in particular, I mean, cheating is so old, but in the information age, there's always crossovers when you're talking about people meeting over the internet and being able to have access at your fingertips with people. Betrayal, third parties, all that stuff is so prevalent. However, because I believe what I believe about shifting realities and changing perspectives, you can change your whole perspective and turn the story into whatever you want to turn it into. And you can choose to see something totally different. You can change the channel on that and you can just not see it at all. And I'll give you an example. I remember when my daughter was dating and I asked her about cheating, if she kind of felt like the fellow was cheating. Well, that wasn't a part of her reality. It was very well a part of my reality. I mean, I've already been down that road. She just couldn't imagine it, right? She sees it happening. Finally, it comes up. She sees it. Now that's all she can see. Okay. And so sometimes we can get stuck on a channel when something happens to us. It's very important that when someone cheats or hurts us or does something like that, that we don't go looking for that we constantly change that frequency, that channel. We tune into something different, even though it may be happening. The more you raise your vibration, the more you change your frequency, the more you shift your reality, the more you'll be drawing people into you that don't do that. And I mean that for male, female, or female, female, because a lot of times we think of cheating as just, the man cheating on the woman, or people who are in intimate relationships where, same sex couples cheating on each other. But think about it. If you have a best friend and they stab you in the back, that's a form of cheating. That's betrayal. They cheated on you because they went behind your back and they did something that caused you a lot of pain. They took a shortcut. They took the lesser road, because they were jealous, feeling insecure for whatever reason. So when you see these things, or if you're constantly being cheated on or betrayed, because a third party to me is a third party. It doesn't even have to be that we are sexually involved. Because even if I read this like I'm reading it now, that some friends betrayed you, to me that hurts just as bad, if not worse, than a male cheating on you. You know what I'm saying? Because best friends, people that you work with, people that you share everything with, and you tell them things and you confide in them, and then all of a sudden they go south, or they try to sabotage your future, your plans, your reputation. And that's what it looks like is happening here. It looks like somebody got jealous, somebody tried to sabotage something, but regardless, you still had the victory. You walked away after you got what you wanted. Female. There's a female involved. There was a surprise that caused some pain and an ending and a hardship. There it is. An obstacle to a goal. There was a goal. This is the mountain card. There was a goal that you were trying to reach, And this particular female put an obstacle there. Okay, so this project could be a relationship, it could be a job, it could be some type of something that you were doing, that you were working on. I don't see the Lover's card here, but it's definitely a lot of threes here. So I'm going to read it like I started out reading it, that there were some friends that you trusted to help you reach a goal, something that you really wanted out of this life, something that you worked hard for, something that you believed in, and they came on board like they were so emotionally supportive. And they started out that way. They began to sabotage, but baby, you got a medal. You got recognition of your labor with the Jack of Clubs. You got recognition of your labor. So you did end up, like I said, you did end up with the victory, despite. And here's the gentleman card. There was also a male involved. But the male looks like they helped out. I don't know whether the male made it worse, but the female looked like they were the one, because after I pulled the female, the enemy obstacle card popped up, obstacle towards goal, meaning that you had a goal and there was an enemy or an obstacle that was there. When I pulled up the male card, it looks like the masculine energy centered person was the key to actually helping to push this thing forward, regardless, like they were on your side, that continued to help you, and you were able to get this thing done. So it could be that the three people could have been two females and a male, and one of the females went left, and the other two came in and really helped push this thing through for you. But in the end, it turns out beautiful. You end up getting what you want out of this. It actually, yeah, two females and a male is what I'm saying. Two females and a male. Could be third party. I still don't see, you know, I'm still going to read it like I read it, because I don't really like switching up perspectives. Once I get a storyline, I kind of like to stick with it because I don't want to confuse people. But if it is a third party where there was a male and he was cheating between you all and caused a problem, or there was two females and a male, and one of the females happened to just get jealous and try to mess up something, that is what happened here. And you persevered through. um You learned a lot, though. I mean, you are wise. You got the Queen of Cups, emotional wisdom, and you got the Queen of Pentacles, which is just all around, just practical wisdom. You matured as a result of this. So the road is clear for whatever it is that you want to do. The road is clear. Whatever the relationship was, end it, cut it off, which is actually what you did. You walked away once you actually got what it was that you needed to get done, and that was the right thing to do. Friends, this was a friend, somebody that you thought you could trust. And also, even though a friend went left, you still had some friends left that you could depend on. Okay, always go with your inner guide. That's very important, because you're never wrong. And forgive yourself. Don't have any regret for trusting, because you know what, just like Judas was used, and even when Judas betrayed Jesus, this person was used to push your goal forward. Okay, so you really didn't lose as much as you thought. that you did, all right? It was still a success. So I hope this reading was encouraging to you, because I do know what it's like to be betrayed and to have jealousy all around you. And I just want you to know that if this reading resonates with you, share it, subscribe, like it, comment on it. Let me know if this resonated with you, because this reading right here is very important to people who are dealing with betrayal. Move forward. Don't look back. Leave people behind. Grow. That is the best way to get over betrayal, is to grow. And if you've done what I see here in these cards, you've grown, you've matured, you're wise, and you can teach somebody else. Reconstruct the world by reconstructing your mind. I know you can do it. Bye.